What's up, guys? So today I'm going to be performing and teaching you this really cool transportation style card trick that involves these two decks of cards here. But really quickly, before we get into that, I just want to let you guys know this will be the last video where you guys will have a chance to enter the giveaway, and I will be announcing the winners in my next video, which will be up in a couple days. And once again, I'm giving away 3 $10 Amazon gift cards, and all you need to do in order to enter is be subscribed to the channel, drop a like on this video, and comment how you discovered my channel. That's all you have to do. It's really simple, and like I just mentioned, I will be announcing the 3 winners really soon, so make sure you guys look out for that video. And also, I did start another channel which will just be focused on top 5 and top 10 videos, and maybe even some reaction videos. The name of that channel is Big Time Trends. I will leave a link on the screen right now for that, and a link will be in the description. And if we can get that channel to 500 subscribers by the end of next week, I will be announcing another giveaway, another Amazon gift card giveaway, which will be on that channel. And honestly, you guys will probably have a better chance of winning on that channel because I will have less subscribers for the time being on Big Time Trends. So make sure you guys go subscribe to that channel if you want another Amazon gift card giveaway. And now let's get right into this card trick. Okay, so I'm going to start off this trick by having my spectator choose a card from the deck, and what they're going to do, they're just going to place this ace into the deck here as I riffle down the side of the pack. So let's say they place it into the cards right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the card from where they place the ace into, and right here this would be their selection, the Jack of Spades. Completely free selection, and in this case what we're going to do is, I don't need this ace anymore, so I'm just going to place this at the bottom of the deck. We're going to place this Jack right here on top of the pack, and we're just going to get it lost somewhere into the middle of the deck, just like so. So at this point, before I started the trick, what I did was I placed 2 face-up red kings in this deck here, and 1 card face down in between those 2 red kings. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to spread out the cards, and as you can see here, there is in fact 1 card face down in between these 2 red kings. But this can't be your card though, because as you know, your card has a black back to it. So right here, that can't be your card. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to square up the cards just like so, and I'm going to try something here to get that your card, your selection, to be in between the 2 face-up kings. So I'm going to imagine taking your card and throwing it right there into this deck. And so hopefully that worked, and hopefully I got your selection in between the 2 face-up kings there. So in order to see if I'm correct, see if I did that right, I'm going to I would have my spectator go through this deck face up, and they're going to go through and look. And they would find that their selection, the Jack of Spades, is actually nowhere to be found in this deck here. As you guys can see, I'm going through every card. And like I said, I could have my spectator go through the deck to themselves, and they would not be able to find their selection, the Jack of Spades. That is completely gone from this deck. So what we're going to do here is, like I said, I tried to get it in between the 2 face-up kings I have in this red deck. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to spread out the cards. And as you can see here, there is in fact now 1 black card in between the 2 red kings. And just, let's see, we got to make sure. And sure enough, it is your selection in between the 2 red kings, the Jack of Spades. So that is how the card trick works. I hope you guys like this one. And if you want to learn how to do it, don't forget to stick around for the tutorial. Okay, so for this tutorial, I'm going to be explaining 2 methods you guys can go about performing this trick. Right now, I'm going to explain method 1, the exact way I did in the performance, and then method 2, I will explain right after that. There's not too big of differences between the 2, but they're a little different, and you guys can obviously choose either one of the methods when you go out and perform this trick yourselves. But regardless, for method 1, what you're going to need is some double-sided tape, and you're going to need to construct this gimmick just like so. And I'm usually not too big of a fan of gimmick card tricks, but this one is actually really not too hard to make, and this trick, gimmick card tricks, really make for effects that just don't seem possible. That's why I would recommend constructing this gimmick, because like I said, it makes for a really impossible effect, and this trick is really great. So the gimmick, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need 2 different colored decks, and what I did was I took a joker from this black deck here. And some bicycle decks come with advertisement cards that have this back just like so. So either way, you're going to take a joker, you're going to cut it in half just like so, and you're going to take the half and you're going to use some double-sided tape or glue, and you're going to glue that half to the back of any card from this red deck here. I just chose the Jack of Spades because I like using face cards for this trick, but it does not matter. You can choose any card you want. You're going to glue, or like I said, use some double-sided tape. You're going to tape that half just like so on the card. So from here, this is the setup. You're going to use this, you're going to take your gimmick, and you're going to take out 2 face cards from this deck. I just chose the 2 red kings, does not matter. You're going to take 2 face cards, make sure they have the same color, and you're going to place the gimmick face down in between the 2 face cards like this. And this is really important, guys. So say you spread out cards with your right hand like I do, you're going to want to place the gimmick just like so, and I'll show you why right now. So say you have the gimmick like this, you're going to place it somewhere in the middle of this deck, just like so. And for the first time, as you guys saw in the performance, when you spread out the cards, you're going to need the gimmick to act as a red card. And so if you spread out the cards with your right hand, placing the gimmick just like this, it makes it seem like it's a red card. But say you had it flipped the other way on accident, and you turn and you spread out the cards face down the first time, it'll accidentally appear as a black card, and you don't want that. So like I just said, the best way to do that is just, before you go up to your spectator, make sure you test it out depending on which hand you are. You want to go out, before you go up to your spectator the first time, you want it to appear as the exact same color of the rest of the deck. So that's really important. Once you've done that, that's how you set up this deck. You're going to place the gimmick in the middle, and what you're going to do with the other colored deck is you're going to take the card out that you have the gimmick with. Like I had the gimmick using the Jack of Spades. You're going to take that card from the other deck, and what you're going to do is you're going to place it on top. You're going to essentially be forcing this card onto your spectator, and you're going to do it in sort of a unique way. You're going to take out any card you want from the deck. In this case, I just chose the Ace of Spades. So you're going to place the Jack of Spades, and it's really important, this is going to be the same card as the gimmick. You're going to swing cut about half the cards into your other hand, just like so, maintaining this pinky break. Your pinky break is right above the force card. So you're going to maintain this pinky break, and once you do this, you're going to need to construct, before you go up to your spectator, you're just going to need to take any card from the deck. In this case, I just chose the Ace of Clubs. Does not matter, any card. You're going to place a strip of double-sided tape right on the back. I don't know if you guys can see it here. You're going to place a strip of double-sided tape on the back of the random card, and you're going to place that right on top of the deck. So you need to go up to your spectator, maintaining this break, and with that double-sided stick card on the top of the deck. I know this is kind of a significant setup, but it's really not too bad once you get it down. So this is all the setup is, and from this point, you are ready to start the trick. Keep in mind, this is method 1. So what you're going to do is you're going to have your spectator, you're gonna riffle down the side of the pack, and your spectator can say stop. And it's really important, you need to have your spectator place the card above the break, because you can't have them place it below the break, or else you can't force the Jack of Spades on your spectator. So just kind of riffle slow. Your spectator, they place the card in, say, like I just mentioned, it's got to be above the break. So they place their card in just like this. What you're gonna do is they're actually gonna place it face up. Sorry. So you're gonna kind of push. You're gonna use your thumb here, and you're just gonna slide the Ace of Spades right to the break. So what you're going to do is you're going to come with your other hand here, you're going to pull out all the cards, and using your thumb, you're just going to kind of slide down like that. And what that does is that forces this Ace of Spades right above the card you need for the trick to work. Okay, one more time, guys. Here's the force. Remember, you have the card with the double stick tape at the top of the deck. You have your spectator. They place the Ace of Spades in. It's got to be above the break. They place it in here. Use your thumb here. Kind of push them, put it downward on it. You come with the other hand. You pull out all the cards from the break, just like so, and you force them to choose this card right here, the Jack of Spades, which you need for the trick to work. So you're going to say, okay, you have your card here, the Jack of Spades. This is going to be your selection. You're going to say you don't need the Ace of Spades anymore. You can just place it at the bottom of the deck. You're going to bring this packet here that has the double stick tape on this top card right here. You're going to bring that to the top of the deck, and then you are going to tell your spectator that you're going to place their selection on top of this deck here. And what you're doing is you're allowing their selection, the Jack of Spades, to stick to that card that has a double stick tape. And what you're doing here is make sure you apply a little bit of pressure with your thumb, so you make sure that their card sticks to it. And what you've just done there is you're going to make sure it's stuck. You've just made their card essentially disappear. In reality, it's right behind that card that has the double stick tape. So you're going to tell your spectator you're just going to lose their card into the middle of the deck, and right there, what you've done is you've allowed it to stick to the back of the Ace of Clubs, just like that. And when your spectator goes through, it's not going to be there. So at this point, what you're going to do is you're going to tell your spectator that you placed 2 kings face up in this packet and 1 card face down in between those 2 kings. So you're going to tell them you're going to spread out the cards here. And remember what I talked about at the beginning of the tutorial, it's really important that you have the gimmick with the color side up that corresponds to the rest of the deck. And you're going to say, okay, wait, this card right here in between the 2 kings cannot be your card because your card has a black back to it. So what you're going to do from here is you're going to kind of act like you messed up, essentially, and you're just going to square up the packet just like so. And this move is really important. So you have the cards square like this. What you need to do is just turn them 180 degrees casually. So you're going to, it's going to happen before you put it back down. You're just going to say, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to place the rest of the deck off to the side. And what you've done there is you just turned the deck 180 degrees, and I'll explain why that's really important in a second. So once you've done that, you're going to say, okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get your card to be in between those 2 face-up kings. You can just kind of make up something up here. You can say, okay, I'm going to imagine taking your card, throwing it, and we're going to see if it worked. So from here, what you're going to do is you're going to have your spectator go through the deck to themselves, and they can just spread it out, go through it, whatever they want to, and they're not going to find their card because, like I just mentioned before, it is behind this ace of clubs there thanks to the double-sided tape. So they can look as long as they want to, and you're going to say, okay, as you see, your card has completely disappeared from this packet. You're going to place it off to the side, and then you're going to go back to this red packet here, and you can snap your fingers, do whatever you want to. You're going to spread it out face down just like this. And once what you did there was turning to 180 degrees. You allowed now the black part of the gimmick to be shown, and then you have that red part of the gimmick covered by this king. So at this point, what you're going to need to do here is you're going to say, okay, there is one black card face down in between these two red kings. I'm going to get a better spread here because it's going to be easier to explain this one part. So you're going to get a spread, and what you're doing here is kind of at the same time, you're going to say, okay, we have one black card here in between the two red kings. As you're saying that, you're going to turn over all the cards like this, just like so. You're going to have them go all the way down, and what you've done there is you've allowed the two red kings to turn face down, and then you're going to say, okay, we have one card, sure enough, in between the two red kings was your selection, the Jack of Spades. And the only problem here is you can't turn it over because you won't come off clean, unfortunately, because of the gimmick. So that's how you do method 1, exactly how you did the performance. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain how you do method 2. And you actually do come off clean with method 2, so make sure you guys stick around for this part. Okay, so the good thing about this second method is that you don't need a double-sided tape, and you also come off clean at the end of the trick. And the setup is quite simple, so you're still going to need the gimmick, though, and it's going to be the very exact same setup with this deck as in the first method. You're going to place the gimmick face down in between two face cards and make sure you're going to place it right in the middle of the deck. And really important, when you spread out the cards with your right or left hand, you need to make sure that the gimmick corresponds to the rest of the color of the deck the first time you spread it out. So that's the setup for this part, and for the second deck here, this is where the difference occurs. So you're gonna have the forced card, the Jack of Spades. Keep in mind this is gonna be the same card as the gimmick. You're gonna have that at the top of the deck, and what you need to do here is just do any force you want to force this card onto your spectator. Easiest way, in my opinion, is you do the slip force. Your spectators to stop anywhere they want to. If you don't know what it is, I'll leave a link on the screen right now for it, but it's really simple. You're gonna have your 3 fingers right here. You're gonna slide off this top packet wherever they say stop, and you essentially just slid off that top card and forced it onto your spectator. So you're gonna say, okay, here, the Jack of Spades, that's gonna be your card. What you're gonna do from here is you're going to do any way you guys want to control their card now to the bottom of this deck. What you're going to do, the easiest way I think, is you place it right in the middle. You get a pinky break. So you have this break here above their selection. What you're going to do is you're going to take half the cards from the top of the break, put them down, the rest of the cards, bring them down in the rest of the pack, bring them down. What you've done here is you controlled their card at the top, but now you need it at the bottom. What you're going to do from here is you can just do an overhand shuffle, slide off their card first, and maintain it at the bottom as you finish those overhand shuffles. One more time, have it at the top, slide it off, finish those overhand shuffles, and it's at the bottom. And that's also good because it makes it seem like you're just mixing their card into the deck, but in reality, it's at the bottom here. So from here, with their selection at the bottom, you're going to say, okay, you're going to tell your spectator you place 2 face-up kings in this deck, and with 1 card face down. In between those 2 kings, you're going to spread it out, and you're going to say, okay, right here, this can't be your card because, you're going to make the point that their card has a black back to it. What you're going to do from here is you're going to square up the cards, and this is where the difference occurs between the 2 methods. So what you're going to, if you in method 1, you said you're going to take their card, you're going to make it disappear from this packet, and you're going to place it in between the cards, the 2 face-up kings in this packet. But unfortunately, you can't do that with this method because their card is at the bottom of the deck. There's no double-sided tape involved in this method. So what you're going to do is instead is you're just going to say, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to need to get your card in between these 2 face-up kings in this deck. You're not going to make mention of making it disappear from this packet. You're just going to say, snap your fingers, do whatever you want, and you're going to say, okay, you should have gotten it to transport into this packet here. And really important, make sure you guys do your 180 turn just like this, because when you spread it out, you're going to need the black side of the gimmick to show. So then from here, what you're going to do is you're going to say, okay, there is one fact here, 1 black card in between the 2 red kings. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to turn all the cards, reverse them just like so, and you're going to go through here and you're going to say, okay, we do in fact have your selection was now in between these 2 red kings, and this is another difference between the 2 methods. This is the positive about method 2 here. So as you're doing this, your spectator's looking at the card here, You're going to grab the black deck, and keep in mind that black jack of spades is at the bottom of this deck. What you're going to do is you're going to get a subtle pinky break, just like this, above that jack. Kind of as you're going to bring this card over, just like so. Kind of as you're talking to your spectator, really casually, you're going to kind of have your wrist turned like this towards you, so your spectator can't see this jack of spades at the bottom of this deck. You're going to casually put the gimmick card right above it, like so, above the pinky break, and this just makes it for an easier double lift. So what you're going to do here, you're going to do a double lift. You're going to say, okay, we have this. You're going to say, we have your card here, the jack. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn it over. And then basically what you're going to say as you do this is you're going to be doing a wrist skill and say, you can even check out your card here, and they can examine it. Just casually put the rest of the deck off to the side, because you're going to have the gimmick here at the bottom. You're going to say you can even examine your card, and you will come off completely clean with this method, as long as your spectator, doesn't ask really to see this deck, and they shouldn't, though it'll be focused on their card right here. So those are the two methods for this trick. As you guys saw, both of them have their pros and cons to it. You guys can obviously choose either one of the methods to go out and perform this trick to your spectators. So I hope this tutorial made sense for you guys. I know there's kind of a lot of explaining to do with this tutorial, but once you get the hang of it, it's really not too difficult to do this trick. And feel free to leave any questions you guys have about anything I explained in this tutorial in the comment section below, and I'll answer them. And also remember to subscribe to Big Time Trends, my other channel. Once we reach 500 subscribers on there, I will be announcing a giveaway. And also don't forget to enter the giveaway. It's happening right now. Next video, I will be announcing the winner, so make sure you guys enter that. And that's going to do it for this video. So if you like the video, leave it a thumbs up. If you are new here to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out.